out, but any of our practitioners and our reverends are here to serve you. We're going to have music, and let me just mention that our musicians for today, our guest musicians, we have Karen Drucker, we have Eddie Watkins, we have Sky. Are they all going to be here? Yeah, somehow, because of our wonderful technology, we can meet in person, but we also can meet online, for sure. Okay, now I'm going to look at our program. For example, what's coming up next will be a affirmation and opening prayer by our Reverend Linda.
Are you ready for me?
All right. Are you ready for us? Are you ready for Reverend Linda?
We are ready. So our weekly affirmation for today is, I choose love, even when I encounter something I don't like. I'm going to say that again. It's an interesting one. I choose love, even when I encounter something I don't like. Okay. And then the opening prayer for right now is, I welcome everybody here joined in, and Nolan and Susan, it's great to see you. You came in, I saw you. And it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful day. We know that we are a community and that we come from love, and that we can communicate things that are even a little difficult sometimes, because we know that is going to bring us even closer. And I'm so grateful for this knowing, for this center, for these people who are, I'm not even going to call Kathy and John visitors, because they're part of us. They're part of our community. And we always look forward to seeing them and seeing what's up. Thank you so much. And I also want to acknowledge just the others helping us today with this program. And Joe is one of them. He's our techie, and he comes up with so many wonderful ways to support us to make things better. And of course, our wonderful Elliot, that is always has her finger on the pulse. And you are very much appreciated, spider web and all. And for each of you, the speakers, the people that put even a small piece, just thinking and making the decision to come here and be with us. So grateful for that. And as we move through this next hour, we are going to be so taken care of, so well taken care of. And keep yourself open for that. Even the smallest little things, listen and be present. And I release this knowing we're right in the middle of that right now. And so it is.
And so it is. We are actually walking and talking our truth, because behind this program that brought to you, there was a lot of heartfelt efforts. For example, the music that we're going to start, wonderful Joe with his technology is able to line it up, but that song was chosen by our Reverend Kathy. Yeah. So the first song is the Ho'oponopono Hawaiian forgiveness song, sung by Karen Drucker. And I'm going to now allow our technician Joe to set it up for you. Just kick back and relax, because this is special.
Thank you. my heart. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you,
Mahalo,
I love you.
aloha,
I'm
Yahweh.
sorry, please forgive me. Thank you,
Mahalo, Yahweh.
I love you.
Aloha, Yahweh.
I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, so sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you.
Mahalo,
I love you.
aloha,
I'm
Yahweh.
sorry. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. I forgive you. Will you forgive me? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I love you. Truth is, I love you. I beg.
whoa, whoa. Did that sort of take you out of that mood?
Nope.
No, no. You know, with all this debate about should we meet in person or should we meet online, there's no debate. Come on. It was such a treat that Kathy took us all the way to Hawaii, and we love Karen Drucker. You know how hard it is to get Karen Drucker here? Do you know how hard it is to get me to Hawaii? Yeah. But look what happened here today. We were brought over here. Now, I'm not just going to give you all the credit to Reverend Kathy because she has a better half or she has an equal half, right? Thank goodness, every time we have the Scharmers come in, we get a twofer. But before I bring in the main act, I'm going to bring up the supportive act. Yes, indeed. We have inside speaker John Scharmer. John Scharmer, up in front, please.
Thank you very much. What I have in my hand are sticks. And there are many uses for these sticks. One being to start a fire, metaphorically or otherwise. And another stick can be, well, life liberating. Life liberating? Well, it's all about what we do with our sticks of life that makes the difference. Let's consider the meaning of these sticks. These sticks can be a metaphor in our liberation from that which does not serve us. But how does that work? Well, let's just say this stick is part of our past that still does not serve us. It does not serve us, but still we firmly hang on to it, hoping for a better outcome. And this stick only brings back the memories of, if only I had done. By the way, do feel free to fill in the rest of this thought. If only I had done, there would have been a better outcome in my life. This stick is one of them. I am stuck in the future because of my actions of the past. Well, feel free to add all these sticks. Knowing that there's something more. And in taking these sticks in a bunch, we are like exercising them, hoping that we will not be dashed upon the rocks of life. Well, we are hoping these sticks will serve our needs, when in reality, this bundle of sticks is pulling us down into that which really does not serve us. And I'd like to share a metaphor. There was a being that lived in the bottom of a fast-moving river. The current would have dashed him on the rocks if he did not hold on to the bunch of sticks from a nearby tree. He held onto these sticks from the nearby tree, or otherwise he surely would have been dashed upon the rocks. But deep down, he knew there was something more for him than just hanging out to a bunch of sticks, hoping not to be dashed upon the rocks of life. He spoke to others like him, and they reassured him that hanging on to this bunch of sticks was the only life plan. But really, deep down, he knew there was something more than just existing. He just knew it. Then one day, while looking up, he saw another being like himself, frolicking in the current and calling out to him to join him to see the real beauty of what the river had to offer. Not possible, the other being said. Heresy, they said. If you let go of the sticks of your past, you will become a not better being. Really? You surely would be dashed upon the rocks and perish, was their only counsel he got. But yet, he saw a being like him who had let go of the sticks, and he became a better person. He decided to be a better version of himself, but he had to let go of the sticks of the past. So he did. And yes, the rocks did batter him about, and yes, in letting go of these sticks that controlled his life, he was able to control his life. So the moral of this story, to this parable, is do not let the sticks drown you in your life. You are in charge of control of who you are and who you become. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, John Scharmer. Well, you know what they say about sticks and stones. Not the ones you're presenting here today, are you? Yeah. Okay. So now that makes us really excited. What is all the sticks going to bring us? It's going to bring us to our main act for today. She is not just a community member, she is a founding leader of Center for Spiritual Living Peninsula. Absolutely. So when she comes up to give the message, you know it comes from way down and way back. Please help me welcome Kathy Scharmer, Reverend Minister.
Thank you so much, Elliot. I always feel so honored when you do the introduction, like drum rolls going on in my head. So thank you for that. And welcome to November, everybody. Have you noticed that the weather's starting to get a little bit colder? This is actually my favorite time of year. When it's not quite winter, it's not, no more longer summer. We're just stuck in this beautiful in-between place. In olden times, this was when the harvest was completed. People were busy canning and preserving in preparation for those cold winter months. Yesterday, as Elliot already talked about, was Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos. It was also Samhain. It's the Halloween is what we call it here in America, and it's the time when the veil between the two worlds is thinnest. This is a time that we get to honor those who came before us. For we all stand on the shoulders of our ancestors, whether we knew them or not. Let's take a moment of silence to just pay tribute to these wonderful souls that have contributed to our being the kind of people that we are today. Thank you. Now, some of you may have ancestors or even living family members that you may not share a lot of values with, or sometimes even personally like. If so, this Sunday's talk topic has been made especially for you. The topic today is decoding unlikability and aligns with the monthly theme for November of loving the unlikable. And this whole concept of liking and not liking something or someone is really nothing more than an attachment. And most of us have an attachment to some degree or other. Attachments also come in pairs, if you've ever noticed. I love this colder weather, but I don't really like the heat too much. I love to travel, but I'm not really comfortable being home for long periods of time. We have a tendency to embrace those things we like and avoid those things we don't like. I mean, come on. How many times have you ever opened the refrigerator door to get something you don't like? Rarely happens. There's an author by the name of Manisha Melwani. She wrote a book called Detaching from Likes and Dislikes for Your Spiritual Growth. In it, she says, you see, the challenge is not simply likes and dislikes, but the dependency that comes along with it. This dependence creates desires, cravings, and agitation in the mind that takes away our peace. We cannot stay still until we move away from what we don't want and get what we do want. Now, many people feel that if they personally like or dislike something or someone, it's because it's inherently unlikable. That's just plain not true. One person's unlikability is another person's love. One person's treasure is another person's trash, right? So those of us on the spiritual path are constantly challenged to embrace our shadow side, to experience the fullness of life, and to detach from the likes and dislikes of the human experience. Much easier said than done, isn't it? Especially when there's a history that has resulted in those attachments. I had a friend years ago. There was a friendship that had been in existence for over 20 years. I recommended her to the company that I was working with in a different department. She got the job, and through a series of reorganizations, we ended up working in the same department with the same boss. With that environment, we ended up having a major conflict that ended the friendship. It was actually in one of those just beautiful misunderstandings. She had had an email pop up during a presentation, and it took over the presentation, and everybody saw this email that was from a significant other that said, BOMB, bring milk home when you can stop at the store and get milk or whatever. So when we're walking back to our offices in the conference room, our mutual boss turns to me, not her, even though she was standing beside me, and said, Hey, Kathy, what does BOMB mean? Well, it stands for baby, oh my baby. I said, That's sweet. Well, it wasn't mine to say. My friend was right there. If I'd been thinking, and I wasn't, I would have just said, Ask her. But I didn't. I answered it. She felt that it was a betrayal of trust. And when I went within 5 minutes of getting back to our offices to apologize and say, I know it was inappropriate, it wasn't mine to say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Her response to that was, I don't think I can ever trust you again. Those are pretty strong words, especially after a 20-year friendship. I shut down. I walked away. I said, I don't have any words in response to that that's going to make things better, so don't say anything. And we'd had some skirmishes like this in the past 20 years, and friendships often do. And each and every time I was the one that went to her and said, let's work this out. Your friendship is too important for me to have this be the way it ends. But it was always me. And the last time I thought that it really would be the last time, that if the friendship was not as important to her, then I would know that by whether she comes to try to reconcile. And 3 days went by and nothing. Nothing. No words, no email, no letter, no phone call, no text, nothing. And then she just pops into my office and said, Hey, how you doing? I just kind of looked at her and I said, when you said that you didn't trust me, you lost the right to come in here and ask me how my weekend was or how am I doing. Trust is what makes a friendship. And if you don't trust me, then we don't have a friendship. And we ended the friendship. Now, the problem was that we still worked together. We go to same staff meetings. We got partnered up on projects together. It was agony for me. I had such strong feelings of dislike for this person. I didn't want to see her. I didn't want to look at her. I didn't want to talk to her. I didn't want to hear her voice. I mean, I was just all caught up in my attachment of not wanting to be in her environment. And of course, that was my prayers. Is that Spirit, you know more than I do. Take away this difficult situation. And of course, in my mind, it meant she would leave the company. Huh. Never ask Spirit for something unless you're willing to take it in any shape and form that it has. You guessed it. I was the one that got laid off. And I am angry, right? How could this happen? All caught up in my righteous indignation. I shouldn't be the one to have lost my job. She was the one that did things wrong. I'm the one with the college education. She's never graduated. I've been here longer. I recommended her. Me. And I held on to that for a long time, even after I got a better job. So I was unemployed for just a few months and ended up with a company that had the dream job for me, teaching, creating training curriculum, writing newsletters, being the communication manager, and traveling the world to train people, literally. One year I went to 8 different countries, from Beijing to Jakarta to Rome, Budapest, London. It was beautiful. It was just the perfect job. So it was a blessing that everything happened the way it did. But I didn't feel that initially. It took me years to get to that blessing part because I was holding on to that dislike. Ernest Holmes, in his book Richer Living, says, when we dislike people and groups, we are bearing witness to our small and limited viewpoints. The people in whom we fail to find good are born of the same mind, operate under the same law, and express the same life as we do. Our inability to see their divine nature is our own self-created stumbling block. We are held back by the petty dislikes we may have for other people. Ouch. Ouch. I think about how much time I spent actively disliking this woman and realize now with that proverbial 2020 hindsight that I didn't need to spend all that time and energy disliking someone who was part of the one mind, part of the oneness of life, as everyone is. It was my small and limited viewpoints that were keeping me small and limited. And it was through the adversity of this situation that I grew as a person. For it is adversity that allows us to develop in ways that we may have never imagined. When I moved my consciousness to that state of forgiveness, I opened myself up to living a more expansive life. And that's one of the keys to decoding unlikability, forgiving those people, that have given us reason to dislike them. We are all unique expressions of the one mind. One person's way of expressing their uniqueness may not be our way, but we do not need to expend any energy on disliking them. We can choose to bless them and just let them be, to forgive them in our hearts for acting in a way that we would not. The opening song today by Karen Drucker is a process that the ancient Hawaiians used to live a life of forgiveness. Ho'oponopono is a traditional Hawaiian practice of reconciliation and forgiveness. It translates to making things right. I'm sorry acknowledges our part in the situation. Please forgive me opens the channel for grace. Thank you expresses gratitude for the opportunity to heal. And I love you restores harmony and the divine connection. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And you can say it to yourself when you have done something that you are feeling remorse about. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. A foundational principle of Ho'oponopono is that people take 100% responsibility for everything in their reality. And by focusing on our own internal state, we change that external state. In Ho'oponopono, 100% responsibility does not mean that you're at fault or to blaming others for the actions. It just asserts that you are responsible for how you perceive and react to those actions. You acknowledge everything in your life, including external problems and other people's actions that have upset you, is a reflection of memories and perceptions within your own mind. It's a radical concept that's centered on self-healing, internal healing, rather than external blame. It's about perception, not fault. And these memories, subconscious data, beliefs, limiting programs, are what create our very perception of reality. When a problem arises, it's a sign that there's something within us that needs healing and cleaning. It's often said that those people that we find inherently unlikable have a trait or a way about them that we have in ourselves. And it may be a trait that we may not even be aware of. Or if it is something that we're aware of, we might have put a lot of energy into moving beyond it. But those traits still come back. It just takes more and more dramatic actions to activate them, and they stay for shorter and shorter periods. But when we see those traits in others, it can act as a trigger for us, either consciously or subconsciously. When you take 100% responsibility, you gain the power to heal the situation. And you do this by directing the 4 phases of Ho'oponopono inward to your own subconscious memories rather than to the person or event you perceive as a problem. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. The Hawaiians believe that because we are all interconnected, when we heal our own subconscious mind, it has an effect on the outer world you experience. Sounds like change your thinking, change your life to me. As you erase the negative memories within yourself, your experience of the external situation changes. This often leads to a more peaceful resolution. Sometimes the problem just simply dissolves. So that practice of radical responsibility is finding inner peace. Instead of being a victim of circumstance, you become a powerful agent for change by focusing on the only thing that any of us can ever control, and that's our own inner state. We clean our inner data, and by doing so, free ourselves from the weight of judgment, resentment, and blame. You know, one way to do this is to put some serious energy into trying to understand the other person, or situation that you find yourself having a strong attachment, either liking or disliking to. There's an old story, many of you may have heard it, of a woman on an airplane with her 3 young children, all under 8 years old. These kids are wild. When the seatbelt sign comes off, they're running up and down the aisle, crawling under the seats, laughing, yelling, screaming, out of control. And of course, most everyone on the plane is sending the mom those dagger looks, right? Of like, woman, get with the program. And the mom seems oblivious to everything that's going on, almost like she's on drugs or just doesn't care. Finally, one of the passengers, out of frustration, turns to the mom and says, "Can you please control your children?" Well, this snaps the woman out of her own world that she was in, and she just looks up startled. "I'm so sorry," she says. "You see, we've just come from my husband's funeral, and I have to admit I'm a bit out of it." Well, of course, that message circulated the plane like wildfire, and pretty soon everyone shifted their way of looking at things. One person took the youngest child and started drawing with them. Another woman came and sat down next to the mom and said, "Tell me about it. Just let me be your listening ear." The other 2 children were involved in a game that a third passenger helped with. The whole plane came together in compassion, in support, in understanding. They banded together in empathy instead of connecting to their own personal dislike and irritation, because they understood now. Seek ye first to understand, right? You know, everything in life, including the likables and the unlikables, is an inside job. The only thing that any of us really have control over is ourselves. And we remember that we are all on our own unique path to expand our consciousness and therefore our lives. Judgments, dislikes, they do not serve the divine nature of ourselves. Forgiving others for being themselves is a beautiful art of Ho'oponopono. For each and every one of us is the place where God shows up. Let us pray. as we breathe in the power of the ancestors on this sacred Day of the Dead, the time of Samhain, the time when our ancestors are most clearly in the present in this domain as the veil between worlds is thin. And when we know these ancestors and recognize our beginnings, we can take full responsibility for every action that we have, for every thought that we have, knowing that we are a choice to like and dislike and live by our attachments, to let go and let God, and know ourselves as divine beings made of love. Every single moment is a choice between these two extremes with a myriad of gray areas in between. So today I choose love. Today I remove the dislikes from my consciousness and know myself to be the divine being of love. And for this awareness, I return to Source and say, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, God. Thank you, Divine Being and Infinite One. And I invite you all to join me as we say together, and so it is.
And so it is. Thank you so much for that divine message, Reverend Kathy. And she chose the perfect song to help bring us to that space that we want to be, by Eddie Watkins. Where does she want to bring us? To the place he calls, I am the place where God shows up.
Am I strong enough to bear the burdens that sometimes come living this thing called life? Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Will I have enough to do the things I need to do to take care of myself? Will I have the health of mind and body to live a life of grace and wholeness? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the the place.
I am the place where God
You
lives,
are the place.
moves and breathes and has
We
his
are the
being.
place
I am the place
where God shows up. I am the place.
I am the place where God
You are the
moves and
place.
breathes and has
We
his
are the
being.
place
I am the place
where God shows up. I want you to clap your hands and sing it with me. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up.
Eddie Watkins, Husk, can I have some more of that? Can we have some more of that? A little more? A little more.
I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up.
Eddie Watkins! Good job, brother.
Perfect song, Reverend Kathy. Perfect song to praise and remind us of where you had placed it. Because I was a little worried about for a while. You brought me back to that place when that coworker really pissed me off. And I was not going to forgive that person. Come on, all of you went there too. Yeah, you thought about that person, didn't you? You thought that was a tall order. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But thank goodness, that's why we're here. We have words and concepts and perspectives that help us change our mind. I don't know about you, but I took copious notes. I love her words. Clean our inner data. Oh my goodness. I gotta clean my inner data. Silicon Valley Bay. Oh, BMOB. Okay, all right. I won't mention that. All right. So, if all of you have gotten something from today's message, this is now time for us to be giving ourselves. How to give it? There's many ways. We could go to the PayPal. We could go to Zelle. We could go to snail mail. And I'm told that PayPal is not a pal. So Zelle is good for you. So while you are going to either online or whatever way, I really usually love to have this quiet moment where you need to go to your computer, and Joe always has this beautiful music while we just a few minutes of doing this. So, okay, all right, let's go ahead and do that right now. But while you're doing that, I'm going to pull up our giving affirmation. All right, there you go. Whether or not you have the gift in hand or online or in your heart, this is a message that we want to be able to go with our blessing of the gifts. You could unmute and say it with me. Joe, you're testing my memory. It's also, there you go. There you go. All right. Here we go. I bless this gift with all my love as I give I embody prosperity
prosperity,
and abundance,
abundance,
knowing
knowing I'm
I am fully supported by the universe.
Okay, the universe knows, right? We don't need to say the words. It knows. It's got it.
Okay, all right. So let's just take a few moments, whatever you need to do to do our giving. And then I'm going to bring you right back with our third song.
The blessing of the tithes.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah. So if you have done your giving, I'm going to bring our practitioner of the day, Reverend Linda, to come up to bless the tithe.
So if we can just bring our hands to our heart, close to that beautiful place of giving, of receiving, and know that this gift is serving many people, many programs. And I know I'm so grateful that each of you believe in that, and we appreciate it so much. And I release knowing it is being done right now, and whatever is given is tripled, quadrupled into more than we need. And so it is.
And so it is. All right. Now we have an announcement.
No, the song. The song.
Oh, sorry. Song. Sorry. The song.
Think for yourself. Do what you love. Think for yourself. Do what you love. If only you can see what matters, then love will lead you there. You love the things you've always done. You love those things you've always done. If only you can see your history, then love will lead you there. Love will lead, no love will lead. Love will lead you there. Love, your vision of tomorrow matters. Your vision of tomorrow matters. If everyone can see your history, then love will lead us there. Love will lead, oh love will lead. Love will lead us there. Come on up and join me in your expression of your fullest, authentic self. The world is changing. I see it. Do you see it? Do you feel it in your hearts? It's outside of us and it's inside of us. And it's an authentic self that knows what's going on and how to evolve. We don't need to know what to do or where to go, because Love is leading the way. Well, there's water on the windows. It's cleaning off the view. Solutions everywhere. And I say love will lead. Oh, love will lead. Love will lead us there. Yeah, love will lead. Oh, love will lead. Love will lead us there. Love will show the way and lead us there. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Hey, did you recognize some of those people in there? Yeah. Did you see that paparazzi? She's all over the place. She's all over the place. We also recognize that CSLP center when it was a physical place. Absolutely. All right. Hey, Susan joining us. Mwah, 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 mwah. Fantastic. All right, now we have all kinds of announcements. So let me have Joe post some of these exciting announcements. All right, so our Sunday service will temporarily be on Zoom for the rest of the year. That means a few more Sundays to go in the end of November, because you know the holidays are coming up. But what's important is that we got some really good things to are brewing for you while we're trying to find the perfect place for us to meet with our bodies there, but also still continue for our online community as well. All right, next slide. Okay. Honoring our lost loved ones. Okay. I think Carmina, did she pop in a little while ago, or did she pop?
She popped in.
She popped in. Okay. All right. So I do want to just briefly share, if you don't mind, I'm going to interrupt Joe from Alexa. This is what Carmina wanted to share, you see. This is her, where she's honoring her mamacita. And this is all the things that she has put together for. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. This is our community member. It's important to me. And there she is, okay? And you thought she was just kicking back and doing nothing, sleeping in. No! Look at all this effort she's doing. Yeah. All right. And this is what I mean by what Reverend Kathy was saying. You know, we honor those who we stand on the shoulders of. They have passed away, but they still remain and they still live in our hearts. Okay. All right. So, more announcements, something that Reverend Linda might even want to talk about. Let's just see. Oh, me talk about that?
Yes.
Okay, I'll talk about that. You think that this is just a pretty face? You think I could come up with all these glib statements? No, I had training, but I'm not alone. Did you know Reverend Kathy and John Scharmer also are Toastmasters? In fact, the three of us founded Mindfulness Toastmaster here in Redwood City. Oh, I gotta say about 5 or 6 years ago. Yeah, 5 or 6 years ago when we were meeting. But right now we have to be online because until we find a physical place, you know how difficult that is. We're still serving the community. So seriously, if you want to be able to speak in all occasions, and when I'm talking about all occasions, There are a couple of disastrous occasions that we don't like to speak at, but this is where we get trained. So it's online and it's Mondays, 1st, 3rd, and 5th. So if you're interested in joining us, you are going to be in good company, and we promise you it will be very, very safe and non-judgmental. Okay. All right. You know, I'm going to always talk about mindfulness and wellness because I want you to be mindful. I also want you to be wellness. Of all the 200 clubs in the area, we're not selling a widget. We're not selling a program. We're not selling apps. We are selling spirituality, mindfulness, and wellness. Okay. All right. That's my spiel. Next slide. All right, Linda, you're on. Reverend Linda?
Yes. So we are going to have the candlelight service on December 28th, which would be a normal date for us to have a service. So we are going to have it at my house. It'll be a potluck, and all of you invited. There'll be more details come in the next couple of weeks.
Euro Telegraph.
And was somebody, oh, I
Question?
see Carmine. I see Carmine is back up there. And so December 28th, just a couple days after Christmas, it's a lot of people tend to think it's kind of a down time after all the excitement of Christmas, but we're going to have a wonderful program. The candlelight ceremony, I was reading it the other night, and it's so nice, so pretty. So everybody will get a chance to light a candle, and it will be daylight. So it will be outdoors part of the time if it's warm enough. Got lots of blankets too. So we're excited. This has just kind of come into being in the last couple of days. A lot of stuff has been triggered from our experience last Sunday, and that's why it's so cool when you can look at something that seems so crazy at the time, yet it brings in so much good and more than you can even imagine. So wait to hear about that, and let me know if you want to help in any way, because we will need to do some setup, and so that's it for now.
Okay. Thank you, Reverend Linda. I'm excited. I know where you live. I don't know where your children play, but okay. And her address will be posted. So we're going to be planning a retreat to all members in January. So more details to follow in the following weeks. Okay.
And this, just a couple of points on that one, is we have a larger retreat that Greg has been working on, that we are going to still have that, but it'll be later in next year. And we wanted to have a local retreat that will be at an actual location, and it'll be a smaller, like 4 to 6 hours, and you're all invited to that too. So we will also be giving you more details. That's it.
Okay. Oh, all right. And then we're going to have a short business meeting after today, after service, following a short community hangout. And we will be using the same link for the service. So please come back for the hangout. Are there any other announcements? Okay. All right. At this point, I would like to bring Reverend Kathy to come up for the benediction.
Thank you, Elliot. And thank you to all the people that have contributed to this service, being their presence here, as well as all of the technology that was necessary, the programming, the website, all of this. So let's just go within and feel that gratitude. Feel the love. Feel the presence. It's this one mind, one source that operates in and through each and every one of us, uniting us together into the oneness of life. And it's from this place of oneness that we just express the gratitude for today's service, for the beautiful musicians who contributed their music through the online experience, for each and every hand that had something to do with today's service, and for the presence of each and every one of you and the presence of that God within. So I say thank you, Spirit. Thank you, beloved. Thank you, Infinite One. As I release and I let go, and invite you all to join me as we say together. And so,
And so it is.
And so it is. It is done.
All right. Today's service was beautiful. Absolutely. Everybody, you see. And I do know that Reverend Kathy was one of the strongest IT person for CSLP too. I need to give her that credit as well. She set up Meetup. She set up the website. She has the newsletter. You know, in case she ever needs to change another vocation, I got her CV down. Communication manager, newsletter, social media. Yeah. We need somebody like that at CSLP. Yes.
That's you, Elliot.
No, I'm looking at that lady who just gave the most wonderful talk about cleaning our inner data. You know,
my Silicon Valley sneaks out.
Yeah.
we love it. Radical responsibility, you know, internal healing, you name it. She just put the words, she just named those words that we were all feeling. And it was good cleansing. Thank you so much, Reverend Kathy. All right. So, Reverend Allen, when are we all meeting at the community hangout?
Yeah, we got a choice to make before we do that. Either we can move into our emergency leadership council meeting now, or we can have a short community hangout and then move into it. So I'm going to leave it up to who wants to move into the leadership one now, or take a break, do a little community hangout, and then do the leadership meeting. So.
Well, the only thought I have to go and teach at the YMCA, but but I still have about 15 minutes to be here before I had to hit the road. So if that leadership council is very important and everything we're doing is very transparent, and want everybody here, I'm okay with just hanging on for a while, and then invite all of you to join in the emergency meeting that Reverend Allen is calling.
Yeah, so you
Good
can
with me.
just kind of hang out if you want, or if you have things to do, you can make your departure, and we'll just have the meeting now. And it wasn't planned until really just a couple of days ago, but we need to meet regarding our situation. Are we going to have a hybrid only service, online only? Yeah, I think in person only is impossible at this stage, but that's what we wanted to talk about. And I wanted to just make sure everybody's on the same page with regard to what we're going to do. So I guess we can just kind of get into it and just discuss it. At this point, we may not be having any services but online until the end of the year. That's the way it's kind of set up now, but we need to make a decision on that. This idea of meeting in Hobie's once every second and fourth Sunday, we've been doing that for over a year, about a year and a half almost. But we ran into some difficulty last week, and this is putting us in a new direction. We have to basically decide on where we want to land. do we want to stay at Hobie's? Do we want to possibly go to Twin Pines Park, about a mile from here, just down the road? Or is there some other option? But in the meantime, we're going to be online every Sunday unless we make some decision to do that otherwise. But that's what the meeting is all about. And there's actually, just to get into a few figures, there's sort of three figures we have to play with, maybe four in a way. One is Hobie's wants $80 an hour. That's one figure. Or they want $300 in cash, basically for the space, or $400 if we buy meals. We buy enough meals, we don't have to pay anything, just $400 for the meals. Well, that's a bit much for us to do right now. And there's the other possibility of attendees. Who's going to be attending? We're probably averaging, I'm guessing, maybe 10 people who show up for these meetings. Sometimes we get up to 15, 18, but usually it's about 6, 8, 10, but not everybody buys a meal. So pretty much it looks like what Hobie's is saying to us is that we either need to buy enough meals to cover the rent, so to speak, or kick in money to pay for enough to cover the rent, or just rent the place and don't worry about meals. We couldn't do that. So it's a combination of those things, but it really is a group effort, because if we come to go Hobie's, 15 people come, but only 3 or 4 buy meals, that doesn't do Hobie's any good. And we can't make people buy meals, but that's kind of the situation that we have now. Fortunately, we have a very amicable, according to Linda, because she's been doing the talking on this particular issue, a very amicable relationship with Hobie's. They'd like to have us, we'd like to have them, but the money, it talks and everything else kind of walks. So that's kind of where we're at with it. And Twin Pines is a possibility. It's just down the road, but that's not a given at any point at this point. And I think our relationship there would be would be 2 Sundays a month, unless we did 4 Sundays a month. But that's what we're really trying to decide. And maybe we don't have to come to an exact conclusion right now, because we're going to be online for the next few Sundays anyway. But any comments anybody might have?
Oh, at Twin Pines where would we be at Twin Pines at that place?
There's a bungalow. There's about 4 places, I think, at Twin Pines. There's a bungalow that fits about 30 people. It's kind of 2 rooms joined together.
Oh,
And
yeah.
most likely that's what we would do. And they don't serve us meals, and they don't clean up after us. So we'd have to do like what we did when we were on Veterans, bring our own food and clean up after ourselves. And I think their fee, if it's monthly, it's about $800 or maybe a little more. If it's weekly, it's a little over 200 a month weekly. So it price is sort of comparable to Hobie's, but that's the situation. But I don't think we could jump into every Sunday anyway at Twin Pines. That's maybe a bit beyond our pay grade for right now. But
Yeah.
depending on how the numbers go, and we told Hobie's we had hoped to grow, we just didn't grow as much as we had hoped to. And last week the speaker didn't show up, and Hobie's had a whole bunch of people in the room. We were there, so we just had a service outside on the patio. It worked out fine, but it wasn't planned. But it kind of kicked us into this place that we're at right now.
Okay.
Nola, there's 5 of us who already went to look at the different facilities at Twin Pine. The cottage is just adorable.
I've been there. I've been in some of those places for different events, a wedding, or it's a beautiful park and beautiful place.
Right on the creek, the cottage is, and has wonderful outdoor area to eat, and little kitchen and a bathroom. So we've been there several times now. Each time learning more. And Carmina doesn't look like she's here anymore, but she and I went and spoke with the person who actually makes the contracts, and so we learned more about that. And it's available. It's very available. It's the smallest one there, and but it's available even the rest of this month, mostly every Sunday.
Could we get an arrangement with them for every other Sunday, or does it have to be 4 Sundays? Okay, if they would do every other Sundays, that helps, because
and even one
we could afford 4 Sundays the way we're set up right now.
So did you say it's $200 a Sunday to pay or a
Twin
week?
Pines- For Twin Pines, it's a little over 200, close to about 200 per Sunday.
Oh,
And I think that covers 4 hours. I believe that's
Right, minimum of 4 hours.
If it's not 200, it may be 210 or 215, but it's in that area.
well, that'd be a good way to do it so that we could get together at least a couple times a month.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what we were thinking. And
Mm.
if we have musicians there, we won't be worried about disturbing the customers at Hobie's.
Yeah.
Would there be a contract and some type of a term commitment that you would have to say, twice a month for the next 12 months or something into that nature?
No, it's just one Sunday at a time. I
Oh,
mean, the contract is per Sunday.
Yeah.
So how do we make sure nobody else books the Sunday that we want?
Well, that's a little bit of a risk. We talked about that actually,
hmm.
because we may be going already for 2 months regularly, and then we don't have a future one, and then somebody else comes in. I asked if there's any way they could give us a courtesy call if that happens, if they know we're regulars. And she said it was sort of a perplexing question because they have volunteers and lots of people working there, so it might not be somebody who would catch on to that and give us the call. So it's there's a little risk.
So you're saying,
Can't just make a reservation to avoid
yeah,
that,
Yeah.
you can't,
that situation?
We could.
Yeah.
oh,
They do honor reservations, so if we just make it a habit to reserve,
yeah.
and that makes sense.
Oh, it's gotta be a reservation, otherwise we'll show up
Oh,
and
it'll be a
somebody else
reservation.
will be in there.
But I don't know if this group, and when we talk more about it, would want to, how many times, how many weeks would you want to pre-reserve? And because they'll do it for, if they wanted us to just try it out for a couple times, we could do that. And
That'd be good.
they're
Well,
pretty,
right now, the good news is that the room is readily available anytime
yeah,
for as long as we want, because prior to why it's empty now is that a church had held their service there every Sunday for a couple years. And then when COVID hit, they couldn't afford that anymore. And like a lot of churches haven't been able to get back on their feet, they're still meeting online. But
Yeah.
we're ready to do it like half and half, at least
mhm,
half the Sundays. And so the fact that the room is there and they used to have a church there, they're so used to church in a box. And we told them that we're very responsible people. We clean up after ourselves. And that's really good news for them. You could imagine on their part, if we get to be a familiar customer and know we're very responsible. Well, some of us are, just kidding. But we have Nola there, she's the cleanup queen.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and then there's all of us here. We're so used to being mobile. I think it's a really, really good opportunity, and it's timely also.
mhm.
What about the possibility of maybe trying out Twin Pines, seeing if we can get one of those rooms even before the year is over? So we have a feel for how we have actual experience, not just how it looks and feels from the outside, but just
Okay.
do a service.
Yeah,
We got second and fourth Sundays. We got 3 or 4 of them before the year is over. And even if we do it next year, but we can try something. I think sooner the better in terms of Twin Pines.
Yep.
Hoping maybe we can wait just a bit just because we're trying to decide if that's going to be a good deal for us. It may be the Twin Pines is better, but I think we won't know for sure till we do at least one service there, maybe a couple.
yeah.
I mean, we could even have the candlelight there instead of at my house, or do one sooner, sometime in November.
Mhm. Well, at this point, a service would be good. We have the possibility of. It's pretty quick though. We might be hard to put this. We still have 2 Sundays in November, 2 Sundays in December. Possibly we could do something with one of those at Twin Pines because people are used to coming on the second and fourth Sundays. So we got 4 of those left in this year. Your place would be great, Linda, but if people want to do it at Twin Pines, That's probably okay with me.
Well, it's definitely closer for
He's
pretty much
close.
this whole group.
Yeah.
It'd be
place have a
easier for
kitchen?
you.
Did that have a
Yeah,
kitchen?
I don't mind though. I'm happy to share.
I know you are.
Well, look at all the abundance that's opening up for all of us. You know, from having no place to meet to having 2 places to meet.
I have
Did that have a kitchen?
So I think one a vote possibly is do we want to even try Twin Pines before the month is over? Because we still have 2 weeks to go. See if we can maybe reserve next Sunday or the Sunday thereafter. Then we still got a couple Sundays in December to play with.
Can anyone hear me, by the way?
Greg wants to say something.
I've started to say something about it 3 or 4 times and everybody just keeps talking. So I'm wondering if you're hearing me.
We're ready now.